Hey y'all, it's the Urban Vanner here. Let me tell you something. It's frozen. It has snowed in Vancouver. Snowed like big time, okay? Look at all the roads, nothing but snow. We have not had this much snow in a long, long time. So the city's pretty much shut down. So I'm walking up to No Frills and go get me some groceries. And I'm parked. I don't want to move the van because it's freaking deep out here. Yeah, like it's not. Okay? So I'm gonna be back and I will let y'all know about I'll make a video today. That's a good idea. Alright, so I'm gonna cut. See you in a bit. Hey everybody, this is the Urban Vanner. I know I'm different. First of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers and viewers. Right? I never thought in my wildest dream that my first video would do that crazy, and my second one would even do what it did. Obviously, there's a huge interest in this lifestyle out there, so that's what I'm realizing, right? Now, everybody wants to know about me, right? How did I get into van life? Um, excuse me. I was in a situation where my rent went up, and this van was sitting across the street in like a parking lot owned by a mechanic with several other vehicles. And I kept looking at it. You know, I could sit on the front porch of where I lived and I could look at this van. I'm like, I really like that van. I liked it because of the windows, especially, right? Because it had those big bay windows. And I couldn't afford to pay the rent anymore, and I decided, well, I'm gonna jump in, and I went to the guy and asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said $3,000. Right? So I said, I'll be right back. So I gave him half the money. He did some work to it. The only thing was the power steering pump need replacing. He replaced that and changed the oil and everything else, as he was a mechanic, and he told me I got a good engine, and away I go. So I've been in my van now, I guess today's the 17th, 1 year and 17 days. All right, I went in at the first of the year. I spent New Year's Eve night out at a beautiful park. I'll show you. One time I'll take you out in the videos when I go out there to visit. I like going out there a lot because it's in nature and it's peaceful, and there's no cell phones range out there, and you can be one with nature. I love going out in nature. I guess being a military, ex-military, not even the military got me into that, I would say, yes, because I was stationed in Hawaii for a while. Yeah, and that's how I got into van life, I guess. And what I've figured out, you have, living in an urban environment in the city, the city's yours. You know, and they say the city is mine. Yeah, you have full reign of your city to go anywhere you want, park anywhere you want, do anything you want, right? And I um, I take advantage of that because I've gone to places that I've never been in the city before. And you live in the city for 10 years or 20 years, and you really don't know the city until you actually live in a van or, actually take time out. Because people come from all over, like tourists come all over to come to visit, and they probably know the city better than you and know all the spots that, you've lived here all your life because you're so focused on work and you live in a certain area, so you don't, do anything else. So yeah, I enjoy the city, and I use this opportunity to learn more about my city, um, and get out and walk, right? Get out of the van and walk and see beautiful things, right? It snowed here in Vancouver, like the most snow we've had in a long, long time, right? And yeah, so uh, finally we're gonna we're digging ourselves out and stuff, but it's good. Anyway, but that's how I got into van life, and what I've learned, it's like um, there's I found water. I found um, through other van lifers, they'll tell you tips and places where to sleep and where you can get water, where you can get free Wi-Fi, right? And I even found a place where I can stay full time, right? Actually, I'm in that spot right now because here these guys are coming to do some maintenance work and clean up the place. Yeah, they're cleaning up the place right now. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'll tell you about that sweet spot. Well, actually, you know what? I'll tell you now. So I used to go to this spot and I get power to charge up a device that I have that I use to uh, get light, right? And I went there to get power, and I saw that the place was kind of messy, and I went and I cleaned it up myself, right? Because I love cleaning up the universe because I have a small place to take care of now. And I ended up, someone came out and they said, "Oh, the place is cleaned up." And I said, "Oh, I did it." And they ended up giving me the place so I can plug in and just stay here so that no one comes and messes up the place or, you know, leave garbage here anymore. And it's a covered spot. It has power. And I am very grateful. So, one of the things you should do also if you live in the urban environment, try to find a building owner or see somewhere and probably ask them, hey, I live in my van and, I can do security for you, for your building, if you like. And who knows, if you ask, they might end up saying, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea, right? And pick a spot, pick a building that maybe your van can fit in or, you think that'll work for you and ask. You never know what might happen in life, right? So, yeah, I just want to say that for you, right? And anyway, I'm going to go to work later on, and I'll go to the gym, take a shower, then head to work. And then, how I shower, I go to the gym. I use Mr. Buddy heater to keep me warm. Washing my dishes. I wash my dishes in the park bathrooms or one or two coffee shops that I go to sometimes. Their bathrooms at the back of the coffee shop with a back entrance, so I just sneak in the back way and then go do my dishes in the bathroom. And what else? Everything else I cook here. I have my stove. I go to the grocery store, just like everyone else. Van life in the city is no different. The only thing that you have, your apartment moves with you, right? And you can go to different parts of the city, right? Like I tell my friends, I hang out on the east side, but I sleep on the west side. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this life is doable. Don't be afraid of anything because they're saying that most people can figure out your routine when you live in an apartment. But when you live in a van, they can't figure out your routine, right? Because you're moving constantly, right? Or you can be anywhere, or you can go out of town for a weekend or so. So and that's one of the things I like about it, because I can leave the city on the weekend, and thankfully here in Canada, in Vancouver where I live, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're in the mountains or in the woods. So you can get out of the city as much as you want. Anyway, like and subscribe. That's my video. And on my next one, I will tell you some tips and tricks and hacks that I figured out. Okay? Cheers. And keep living your dream. Okay? Peace out.